Actually, I have a lot of, thank you, recording lady. I have a lot of special stories in ISAC, let's say. But yeah, I can tell any topic you ask me about. I'm happy I'm living my ISAC experience fully, but with GT, it's like especially, I lived a lot of things in a way that when I applied to be actually MCVP BD in Morocco, I was allocated MCVP OGT. So actually OGT is not what I applied for. So I was elected MCVP OGT. I was like, oh, I wanted BD, but okay, let's try this and see how it will go. So I was in an entity which is Morocco, that is a GV-based entity. So they weren't doing a lot of, wait, why suddenly I don't see the cameras? Hey, people, can you please turn on your camera? I only see Jasmine. Now I see Michael, Sabina, and Jonah. Okay. Okay, it's coming in. Keep turning on your camera so I can see you. And like, I don't like seeing the picture. Like, I need to interact with people. Okay, I see Pansuja now. Thank you so much. Okay, so I was elected like OGT in Morocco, and Morocco was a GV-based entity. So you can imagine that OGT was a very small department. No one wanted to work in OGT. There were very few LCs. There was no culture in OGT departments. There was like basic experience of customer journey, and there was very inconsistent IR. That's my predecessor started working on to get better, but it was still a bit bad in the entity, honestly. So in my term, I had to work on a lot of things, including change the structure of OGT, like team leader structure and all of that. There were no team leaders. Most of the LTs had VP OGT and few members of OGT, if not just two members. I had to raise better IR, not more IR, but like better IR. I had to educate LCs. I had to expand the markets because we had very few LCs. I had to invest in the product, and I had to build synergies. Invest in terms of like leadership, stuff like that, synergies with marketing, with BD, with TM, with OD to open more LCs, OGT, like these, a lot of things. But like the thing that I needed to do the most and care about the most is building a culture and a mindset around GT. And why I see this story is relevant and I need to share it with you because this is exactly the vision that I had when I applied for AP. I think we need to build a culture and a mindset around GT that is already happening in the past year with our predecessors, Kony and Phileas, and is still happening this year with the current RO and RST team. So yeah, I had two commissions in Morocco. You can see at the left is my first commission. So there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 VPs. This one is team leader, and this one is LCP that was joining the OGT track. So you can see how small the department was. So the first commission was called Pastrana. It's the commission that I started with in 2018. And then the second generation of 2019, you can see how the structure grew. Like I had more people in OGT, and that was one of my goals that I had, how to have more people running OGT, more LCs running OGT, and more members working on OGT in order to provide the best experience for our customers. Because like we weren't doing that much of attraction, but we were getting thousands of applicants per month without attraction. So we needed a structure that will support that amount of customers that were coming in. So one of the achievements that I'm happy about in OGT is that from my commission, I had 3 LCVPs. So my successor is from my commission. My successor is from my commission. And this guy here holding the notebook was MCVP in Bahrain, and he was in my commission. We had 3 LCPs, 4 LCVP returners, and we went from 6 LCs having barely OGT, like, you know, few members, to 11 LCs running properly OGT. So that was a big change for the entity. And beside that, in that year, in the year 18-19, we won 3 awards. One is OGT award in IPM Tunisia. One is ISEC Turkey and Morocco collaboration of GT in IC India. Because like, as I told you, I invested that year. I went on leadership to Turkey. I went to a conference in Turkey, and I invested a lot on IR that year to make sure we align as much as possible. And we won the OGT Excellence Award of IC India as well. And honestly, I see that the impact is continuing with my successor and my successor's successor. That was my team leader when I was LCVP. So it's a whole, like, I love my structure of OGT in Morocco, and I'm still in touch with all of them with my commission as well. We have some calls sometimes. So yeah, that's my story with GT. And beside this, I'm passionate. Sorry, I'm not passionate. I'm passionate. Who's passionate? I'm passionate about the topic of employment in general, because I myself was exposed to this topic when I graduated in 2018. I was exposed to the word of employment and job opportunities and applying to jobs and all of this. And honestly, I was disappointed with how it is. Like I was applying to engineering jobs, but it wasn't the engineering job that you dream about, like, oh, you're gonna create stuff and stuff like that. No, no. When I was working in a multinational that does automotive production, manufacturing. Like, so I was working in the factory as engineer, and I was like overlooking some projects, but a lot of things don't match my values. For example, there is those measures of quality and safety of ISO 9100 or something like that. Those things were not implemented. And I was like, okay, why do we have these things if we don't implement them? So the reality of the word of employment was not matching the expectations that I had. So I questioned myself, how can I actively contribute in making this better, in creating more opportunities for youth that are more aligned to the expectations that they have for the future of the jobs? That's when I decided to continue working as MCVP OGT in Morocco. Oh my God. Okay. So we'll move into check-in right now. I will give you 5 minutes to do an activity. So this is like a framework of Instagram. You can see that I'm putting like my ID there. And I'm writing a caption, like my caption is in a constant discovery of myself and of life, and in the meantime taking care of my curly hair, making covers of songs I relate to, and making friends and sharing my joy and learnings with the world. So what I need you to do is go to these slides that I'm going to share with you, duplicate this slide, and make your Instagram post. Like, what do you want people to know most about you? And then we're going to move on. So yeah, sending you the slides. Let me check the sharing rights. Anyone in this group? No. Anyone in internet with the link should edit. Oh, you are guys joining. Okay, okay, okay. Cool, cool, cool. People are joining. Amazing. So I'm gonna stop sharing to give you some privacy, and I'm gonna share some songs. So I'll put a timer of 5 minutes, but no, I put a timer of 3 minutes because we are behind time because you guys joined the session late. If you want to have more time for activities, you gotta join on time. Okay, so I'm gonna put 3 minutes. And I'll play one song, I guess, and then we can move on. It has two parts. The first part, thank you so much. Okay, the first part of the track expectation setting is, so I need you to think of all the context sessions that you attended so far. The first one was, how is Asia Pacific doing? That we went into breakouts. You remember the session of Serafina. And second one is our programs that we had today, the keynotes for all the ELD programs and the membership experience. And I want you to think, how would you describe the current state of GTA and GTE in one sentence? So each one of you, one sentence. So come here. I made like a lot of boxes because I didn't know how many people are gonna come. So I made 20 boxes. So just take one box and write, for example, like this. Yeah. So each one take one box. You can write your name like Fatih. And yeah, in one sentence, tell me, how would you describe the state of GTA and GTE? If someone from another region, for example, asks you, hey, how do you think is the state of GTA and GTE in AP? What is the one sentence you're gonna say? So let's have 1 minute for this. I see people writing. Okay, okay. 50 seconds. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna remove the ha ha ha. Someone, if they check the session output, they're gonna think we're having fun here. No, we're doing work. Okay, 23 seconds. Okay, okay. I see a lot of positive stuff. Cool, cool, cool. Remember the data, 8 seconds left. Time is up. Okay, I'm gonna start reading. So I'm gonna start from the first block. Sabina, need to focus on S&D alignment. Yes. Michael, constantly evolving and venturing into the uncharted territories. Yes. Ross, the uncertainty will not stop us, but pushing us for betterment and stronger focus. Yes. Anubhav, COVID and still stronger, diverse opportunities. Yes. Pure much potential to grow, I agree. Just in ELD focus, refined process and SNG, I agree. Arush growing and working on getting more strong and than before, yes. Van, more potential and relevant to the youth, yes. Fansuja, gray and exciting. What do you mean by gray? Please text in the chat box, what do you mean by gray? Lean, developing, more relevant to youth in current context, yes. And Jonah, more focus required and much potential to be developed. Yes, I agree. Do we have something in the chat? Should I check? No? Still growing, Simra. Okay, yeah, just put it in one of the boxes. Thank you, Simra. Not sure about the nature of exchanges or the focus. That's what you mean by gray. So the uncertainty. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. The second part I need you to think of is, you know that the vision of AP is own a limitless Asia Pacific. So if you were to project this sentence on GTA and GTE, what is the state that you think we need to strive for in order to own a limitless Asia Pacific in terms of GTA and GTE? So think of it as the vision of the department, or like the ambition of the department. I'm gonna copy paste this one in one of the blocks, so you can just write in the block directly, like don't create another text box or else it's gonna get messy. So whoever was writing in the pilot phase, you can continue in this box. So I'll have 1 minute for this as well. Okay, 23 seconds left. Okay, time is up. So I'm gonna start from the right this time. Jonah, sustainable plus regionally recognized. You mean globally recognized, like GTE of AP globally recognized? Fume, sustainable and reaching the maximum market coverage, yes. Pansuja, striving on the positive impact we create on youth. Van, proving the best professional changing experience. Arush, S&D alignment. Lean revenue generator, but also greater impact. Amazing. Jasmine, effective SOPs and S&D for the win. Yes. Ross, sustainability and positive impact. Yes. Anubhav, sustainable sales specialist, truly professional experience and delivering best customer experience. Amazing. Michael, each entity playing by their strengths. Yes, that's very important. Learning from each other and focusing on each one of our strengths instead of trying to be similar. That's a very good point. Thank you, Michael. I don't know who was writing earlier in the pilot phase, but like, okay, if you don't want to finish this sentence, I'm going to just delete it. There is something here. Okay, delete this. Sabina, sustainable and profitable. Okay, thank you so much. I really love neat slides. That's why I focus on how things look. Amazing. Thank you so much for your inputs, guys. Please try to keep this in mind. Like, how do you see, what is your impression about the current state of GTA and GTE, and how do you want to see it? And with these two ideas, try to be very critical in the sessions that you are attending in this summit. So we're gonna set expectations now, but yeah, it's okay. So for me personally, if you ask me how do I want to see GTA and GTE in AP, I would answer you with these three things. First, customer experience, culture and behaviors, leadership development centered processes, and collaboration and alignment based conversations. So what I mean is, first is a culture and behaviors in the commission, be it you MCVPs or your LCVPs or their members, that is focused on customer experience. So when we talk about customer experience, it's present in every conversation, every department meeting, every synergy that you have, and so on. Second thing is processes that are centralized around leadership developments. Means we keep leadership development as the key element of whatever we are doing for GTA and GTE. Third thing is whatever conversation we are having in the region, it's for collaboration and alignment, be it for IR, SND, or to share resources, to share learnings, and so on. So this is how I envision GTA and GTE to be for this term. By the way, not just me and Serafina, because of course ICX are going to be working with Serafina, and UGX and marketing are going to be working with me. So in short, like in one sentence, not in short because this is not a short sentence, but like in one sentence, the vision for GT in AP is to be specialized. Specialized mean we know what are the focus field that IGT is going to open opportunities in, and we know what are the focus JDs from which UGT is going to do attraction for. We are focused on customer experience excellence, like we support customers. We put customer experience in front of us in whatever we are doing. And this happens by driving targeted IR partnerships. We don't just do IR because I need opportunities and I need EPs. No, we do IR because it makes sense to partner with that entity, because it makes sense with the focus field that I'm having, and it makes sense with my context and with that entity's context. We do that by implementing structured systems like qualified lead measurement, like sales audit, for example, in the entity, and by building a healthy culture inside the commission. So this is what I envision for GT to happen, and I hope we reach that even in the first semester, not until the end of your MC term. And in the second term of your MC term, you can work more on innovations up on this foundation. Yeah. So the last part, we will have 3 minutes for this. I will walk you through the track that we have, the sessions that we will have in the functional track of GT, and I need you to set expectations for yourself, okay? So first, today, after this, we will go through sales peak review with Angela and attraction peak review with Jasmine, and after that, we have a session of interregional and cross-regional S&D review with Angad. On day 3, we have 2 sessions. One is performance management for IGT with Serafina, and the other one is performance management for OGT with me. And then on day 4, we will have pre-attraction for IGT with Angad and pre-attraction for OGT with Susan. And finally, we'll have IR and S&D management for Serafina. So what do you expect to learn in this functional track? So you can refer to the learning curve that you did this morning with Angad session. And second question is, what is the outcome? What is one outcome that you need to make sure you get out of this RFS and this functional track? So I want you to think of something that is very tangible and something that if I read it and I ask you later, hey, did you achieve this? It's something I can follow up on, okay? So I made a slide here. You can duplicate this slide, write your name, your position, and your entity, and you can write in these boxes. What do you expect to learn from this functional track? And what is the main personal outcome that you want to get out of it? So we have exactly 2 minutes for this. I will set a timer.